Hi, everybody. Let's take a look at what's going on here in week 2. This is midweek, Wednesday, and we have research methods used in psychology, descriptive and correlational research methods. Next week, we'll get into the difference then between correlation versus experiments, much more into what an experiment is. So as you can see, we started out with a little bit of naturalistic observation. Observing the behavior of crows. This is a kind of fun short video. Then we have your week 2 checklist, which I do highly recommend that you use to just kind of make sure that you've worked through all the materials for the week. Your learning objectives that I suggest that you print out. I do use the learning objectives when I am putting together the materials, and then when, in particular, I'm choosing questions for your tests. And I'm thinking that your first test number 1, is in week 3. So you want to be pretty clear on what the learning objectives were for chapter 1. So ebook home, I hope you all are getting Launchpad working for you wonderfully. I've noticed that most people are into Launchpad and successfully earning all of their points there. Launchpad is due by Thursday evenings, so make sure that you jot that down. That's a little bit different for a lot of classes to have things due midweek, but I think that it really helps us get into the material and not leave it all until the weekend there. So remember, Thursday nights for Launchpad points, and it is about 10% total of your grade, maybe a little bit more than that, so it's something to pay attention to. Here are PowerPoint slides. This week we have people in their cell phones, which is about a 30-minute video, when it uses the vehicle of cell phones to explore different kinds of naturalistic observation. So I think that's a worthwhile kind of activity. Then we have one of these first Think Like a Scientist activities, and it features contagious online emotions, which is really interesting. This is a Launchpad activity. Launchpad is encouraging critical thinking skills through their Think Like a Scientist pieces, and so I think you're going to like these. I will be assigning a number of them over the semester, and I'm really interested in hearing your comments on it. As a matter of fact, in next week's material, I ask for your feedback on the different activities that I've been assigning. So notice here, since it's a Launchpad piece, that it's something that's due by Thursday at 9:30. All right, 2 different Launchpad pieces. And then we get into this discussion this week, which is about careers. So I have been reading some really neat discussion pieces so far that you've been posting. And I think I'll probably give some of my thoughts. I'm thinking today, tomorrow, Thursday, somewhere in there, and pin them. When I pin things, that means that I'll put it right at the top of the discussion, and it's a comment for everyone. So instead of my going in and responding to each and every post, I kind of gather together some information and share it in one post. So watch for things that are pinned. You're doing a really neat job here in these career opportunities. I do encourage you for your second post, when you go back in, to really have read a couple of the different ones that your fellow students have posted, because I think it'll give you some new and interesting ideas. Research paper discussion post. I will be looking at those and probably again using the pinning technique to put my comments for everyone to see at the top of the discussion. So make sure you check in there as you go along. This student paper is a really great resource to take a look at to help you as you're going along through the research paper. Kind of gives you a model of what we're going to be looking for as a finished product. Okay, so have a good week and send me any of your questions. In particular, I think I've included, oh yes, this working ahead module. These are instructions for how to get the game labs, the Tackling Psychology game labs, which are kind of neat, going for you. And we will have one due next week, week 3. So this week you can make sure that it downloads for you, and if you have any issues with that, give me a quick email. Usually I can work them out that way, or else I'll give you a call, or you can call me, and we'll work through any problems. Get it up and running, ready for week number 3. All right, thanks a lot.